I'm in a room. It's an old theatre, and I'm talking to some friends. And I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody, and then I looked out the window, and there was this big dark storm. I could see the ocean. I was looking out across the ocean, and then I noticed I was startled. I was looking, I said, "What's that?" And there was all these riders on what seemed like motorbikes riding across the water, a huge amount of them. They started off way off in the distance, and there was all, the first thing I noticed actually was that right on the horizon, way off in the distance, were these rising columns of smoke that looked like clouds. And I said to my friend, I said, "Oh, that looks like something I've just seen, like I've seen many, many times in the past in a dream. It looks like these dreams of a recurring dream I used to have of volcanoes. I used to dream that there was volcanoes erupting all around me, off in the distance in the horizon, and they get closer and closer, and all this smoke and ash would rise. And the dreams used to originally be that I would get really worried and frightened about this, and that I worried about being enveloped in all this lava. And then eventually, as I got older, the dreams got less and less frightening, and I knew that I wasn't going to be harmed by these eruptions that happened all around me. But anyway, getting back to this dream, these big columns of rising cloud way off in the distance beyond the water were rising, and as we were watching them rise, the riders on these what looked like motorbikes appeared across the water, and there was hundreds of them, and they were everywhere, and they started off quiet and they got louder and louder, and I heard just lots and lots, and they were coming towards us, and I said, "Oh, we better duck, they're going to come, they're all coming." And as we did, the room that we were in changed into this big theatre, and there was all this soft material around us, and all this was like we didn't have to fear about these riders, and these riders came out and they got right near us, and they rode right past us, and they didn't harm us, and they went on to wherever they were going. And as they went on to where they were going, I remember being in this room, in this theatre, and there was a rehearsal going on for this performance, and they were doing like tech rehearsals, tech runs, and all of a sudden what was happening outside didn't matter. It was like we were in this different land, and we were moved into this big theatre where everything was peaceful and everything was harmonious, but there was this rehearsal for this play going on, and we were sitting on the stage looking out to where the audience was, and well, there was no audience, but where the audience would be, and we could see the tech people were running this special effect that was rain, and they were running rain through this big rain making thing. And as I was there, I was sitting in it was kind of weird because I was on stage, but I was sitting in the theatre seating, but I was on the stage at the same time looking out to where the seating was. It was kind of weird. And as I was sitting in this seating, two old friends from high school were there, and I was talking to them, and they were two friends that knew me from a long time ago, and they were both saxophone players. And I remember saying to them, "Oh, you're interested in having a jam?" And they were, "Oh, yeah, maybe." And then one of them said, "Oh, I've got a gig, you might want to come and watch it. It's in Vietnam." And I remember thinking, well, in Vietnam, that's a little bit difficult. And then another friend of mine came up and said, no, he's playing this gig. It's in a Vietnam restaurant. It's in Melbourne though. thought, oh yeah, that'd be cool, I'll come along and see that. And then I sort of remember talking to them again about having a bit of a jam and writing some music and seeing whether they were interested, and they were sort of, yeah, we could do that. And I don't remember a whole lot more about the dream than I woke up. Yeah, so that was pretty much it for this dream. Maybe these riders that were coming across the water, and maybe the clouds that were rising, maybe that had to do with something, but maybe that was symbolic of our of the return of our Saviour Jesus Christ. But how it all fits together in prophecy, I'm not quite sure yet. But anyway, that was my dream.